Today, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, stands as a prominent figure in the British royal family. She has garnered respect and admiration through her dedication to public service and her grace. Recently, she and her husband, Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. In this video, we will take a closer look at the Duchess, exploring her personal jewellery collection and the stunning pieces she has borrowed from the royal family over the years. Sophie Helen Rhys-Jones was born on January 20, 1965, in Oxford, England. She was educated in public relations and worked for several firms before joining the royal family. Her mother was involved in charity work and served as a secretary, while her father was a sales director. Sophie first met her future husband in 1987 while working at Capital Radio. Their paths crossed again in 1993 during a promotional shoot for Prince Edward's summer event. Sophie was employed at a PR agency hired to coordinate the photo shoot, and after one of the invited guests declined to participate, she was asked to pose on the tennis court with the prince. Sophie married Prince Edward on June 19, 1999. After the wedding, they were bestowed the titles of Earl and Countess of Wessex. In 2023, following the deaths of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Edward was granted the title of Duke of Edinburgh, making Sophie the Duchess of Edinburgh. Sophie and Edward have two children, Lady Louise Windsor, born in 2003, and James, Earl of Wessex, born in 2007. The family resides at Bagshot Park in Surrey and maintains close ties with other members of the royal family. As the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie has undertaken numerous royal duties and patronages. She is particularly passionate about charity work, engaging in various initiatives related to children, disability, and women's rights. She serves as a patron of over 70 charitable foundations and organizations, reflecting her wide range of interests and commitments. Sophie is known for her calm demeanor and strong work ethic, often seen as a stabilizing and supportive figure within the royal family. She has represented the monarchy on numerous international visits and meetings, showcasing her dedication to royal duties and her ability to connect with people from diverse backgrounds. In addition to her public role, the Duchess of Edinburgh is also renowned for her elegant sense of style. She is frequently praised for her chic yet understated outfits. She balances her royal responsibilities with her role as a mother, providing nurturing and support to her children. Over the past 25 years as a member of the royal family, Sophie has had the honor of wearing stunning royal jewels loaned to her from the royal family's vaults, and she has also amassed her own collection. Let's take a closer look at these exquisite pieces. Let's start our introduction with her main piece of jewelry, the versatile and stunning aquamarine tiara. This remarkable diamond tiara, featuring a massive aquamarine set in a contemporary diamond scroll design, was likely crafted by G. Collins & Sons and is believed to have been a gift from Queen Elizabeth II to her beloved daughter-in-law. The Countess of Wessex first showcased the aquamarine tiara at the gala ceremony for the enthronement of Prince Albert II of Monaco at the Monte Carlo Opera House in 2005. The tiara can also be worn as a necklace, which our heroine demonstrated at the Childline and Mission Infants Gala dinner at Banqueting House, as well as at Queen Elizabeth's 80th birthday dinner at the Ritz Hotel in London. One of the most iconic appearances of the aquamarine tiara was in 2015 when the Earl and Countess of Wessex represented the British royal family at the wedding of Prince Carl Philip of Sweden in Stockholm. The Duchess of Edinburgh loves this piece and continues to wear it frequently. Now, let's move on to another significant piece of jewelry for the Duchess, her wedding tiara. Originally crafted from remnants of Queen Victoria's regal crown 25 years ago, it has recently undergone yet another transformation. Initially, the diamond tiara comprised four Anthemian elements, taken from the Queen's private collection, and was designed and reassembled into a tiara by crown jeweler David Thomas. The Anthemian elements were originally part of Queen Victoria's regal crown, created in 1859, with diamonds that were later reset into the crown of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, in 1937. Undoubtedly, Prince Edward's passion for his family's history inspired his bride in the creation of this tiara. The new Countess of Wessex first showcased her wedding tiara at her marriage ceremony in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, paired with a black and white pearl set designed by Prince Edward, which I will tell you about later. Of course, the Duchess has worn this tiara to various events besides her wedding. For example, the Countess of Wessex has rarely been seen at state banquets over the years, but she donned her wedding tiara during the banquet in honor of the President of Ghana at Buckingham Palace. Although she mostly wore her aquamarine tiara over the past decade, the wedding tiara underwent a transformation with the side elements brought closer together, and it was reintroduced by the Countess of Wessex at the American State Banquet at Buckingham Palace in 2019. Would you like to see this tiara on the Duchess again? Please subscribe to the channel. Now, let me tell you about another piece of jewelry, the jade pendant of the Countess of Wessex. This impressive jade pendant, adorned with diamonds and suspended on a delicate chain, has an unknown origin but appears to be antique. It was acquired by the new Countess of Wessex in the early 2010s and was first presented to the public at a fundraising gala dinner supporting the Newport Minster Renewal Appeal at the Royal Yacht Squadron in Cowes in 2014. Unfortunately, she does not wear this beautiful pendant very often. Let's move on to another family heirloom, the Art Deco diamond clip brooches of the Countess of Wessex. These two diamond clips, which can be worn as one or two separate pieces, were likely purchased by the then Duke of York from Cartier in the 1930s. They were frequently worn by the then Duchess of York on her hats during the 1930s, as well as at King George VI's Silver Jubilee in 1935, although they seemingly remained in the jewellery box thereafter. In 1999, the Queen Mother gifted her Art Deco diamond clip brooches to Sophie Rhys-Jones when she married her youngest grandson, the Earl of Wessex. The new Countess first wore the Art Deco diamond clips at the Queen Mother's 99th birthday celebration 2 months later. The Queen Mother's Art Deco diamond clip brooches are one of the few royal heirlooms that the Countess personally owns. She has worn them in various ways, most frequently at Royal Ascot. Let's take a look at another intriguing tiara from Sophie's collection. Most of the grand tiaras worn by members of the British royal family have a long, well-documented history. However, some, like this elegant tiara featuring diamonds and aquamarines, remain more mysterious. With this enigmatic piece, we at least have some background to rely on. The tiara was worn by Queen Elizabeth II during her visit to Canada in 1970. Many royal jewelry experts believed that it was one of the fragments broken down and used to create the larger Brazilian aquamarine tiara for the Queen. However, in 2012, the Countess of Wessex unexpectedly appeared wearing the tiara at a dinner held on the eve of the wedding of hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg. This appearance debunked the theory of the Brazilian aquamarine, as the Canadian tiara seemed unchanged from its 1970 form. Even the tiara's frame appeared identical. This raises the question, is it a completely independent piece, not part of the series of aquamarines the Queen received from Brazil in the 1960s? Or are the stones used to enhance the Brazilian aquamarine tiara, leaving this one in its original state? Which piece of jewelry did you like the most? Leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel for more fascinating insights ahead.